this is the presentation of the pixel map. I'm also going to open the link. If I'm going to open the link, sige, you could use this as a motivational activity. You can even have this as part of your competition. We need to make our class more competitive. You can use this as also a collaborative activity. You can even use this
as your assessment.
So here, the students, we're going to input some data here. And as they input data, something will come out from this area. And if ever those answers are incorrect, the data here will not be complete. Say that, teachers, help me out. What's the answer for number 1? 10 plus 4 equals 14. 5. So, thank you. So, students will input here 5. So, they're going to double click. And if I'm going to input 5, look at what will happen in this result here. Yan. May lumabas. Ito. May lumabas dito. This is a part of a program, part of the process wherein if students got the correct answer, may lalabas na figure. Pag mali po siya, let's say 4 yung nalagay niya, mawawala yan. What's the point for this? Sige daw. I'm going to give you 1 minute, teachers. Sige daw. Complete the answers here. I would like you to input it on your own. Sige. Sir, open na mo. I would like you to click that one and input the value. Yun. As the next question, nadugang na form. Sige, teachers, maraming questions dyan. Hindi mo mag-answer sa uban. Okay? So, 10. So, it looks like that one. Na-fill up na po. How about the next? Sige, 7. See, yung iba, please baba. Para di na mo mag-sapo-sapo in your answers. So that's this example of a collaborative activity where students will actually cooperate, and then pwede ka duha ka grupo, duha ka book pixel math, and they're going to input answers. Again, if the answers are incorrect, wala ako. Atong na yung M, walang M. Dapat na ang M kay mamugod niyang format. Silang, sa ato later on, hindi ko magbuhat o I'm going to create it as student-friendly. So, 9 na mali. 10m minus 10. Sige. So, what is not a figure? You know my idea who is the figure? Yes, it is SpongeBob. But once it's completed, makomplete din na siya. So, let us see kung complete na ba ang answers. So, what are the other answers? Hopefully, makomplete ko siya. The pixel math. I would like you to do this. This is our task number 2. Gagawa tayo nito. Kasi magagamit ito siya. By the way, these questions here are linear equations, but you could always change it into your topic. You could even change it to sine 60 if your topic is trigo. You could even also change it to the other forms, etc., etc. So anyway, going back to this one, if this will be completed po, mahimo gini siya og SpongeBob. Just, do you want to know how to create this? Okay. So this is task number 2, okay? I'm going to open here a material, for demo processes, this one. Demo MS Excel. So again, to create the pixel math, we need to come up with the 2 rows where we could place here questions, and here would be answers. I really like to use Arial for Word. I also like to use Tahoma for Excel here. Okay, so it is expected that we are going to place questions here, and here would be where students would like to input their answers. Okay, you could simply decide whether it's similar to the previous example where there is M equals something, but you could also just simply decide to just input a value. So let's have examples here, just like 1 plus 1. I'm just going to make very simple examples, but you could always choose to change it into sine 60 if you would like. You can also use it in a linear equation, other forms, because this also has insert equation. Okay. Anyway, So here would be where students will input their answers. So we know that 1 plus 1 is 2. We know that 1 plus 2 is 3, and that's 4, and that's 5, right? Now, the next here is we're going to draw. Okay, I know for a fact that we are not that very good uh, artists, but we could just try. I'm going to highlight a specific number of slides here. Let's say I'm going to have 16. I'm going to make it in a form of a square, so probably I'm going to change it, the column width to 2. It's like that. So that my cell here, each cell is actually more or less similar to a square. And then here is where I'm going to draw the pixel art that I would like the students to complete. Since I don't know how to do it, I could always insert a picture from the internet. You could download pixelated arts on the internet. I've already downloaded mine. So I'm going to go to my device, 54. I have here the pixel art emoji. So this is my pixel art emoji. This is what I would like my students to is what I would like my students to finish or to complete upon placing the correct answers here. So the taxing part here for us is to draw it here. Right? So you can just simply count the number of cells that you need for this. So you have the number of columns was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, probably 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You would see in my cells here, they have 16 as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16. So that fits my figure. In this case, I could now draw my pixel art. Again, this is the texting part of this. This is where we're going to draw or make an equivalent emoji of this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to have black here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have here probably this portion here. I'm going to shade it black, and the rest will follow. Okay. So I'm just following my pixel art here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're a math major, so I believe you could finish it like that. On the other side as well. Pixel math here, here. Okay, so only shading. So we also have this for was this eyebrow here. On the other side as well. Here, here, and here. And then the eyes, we have 3 here as well. Again, it needs practice. You don't need to worry and you don't need to rush. This is well for the mouth. There, black here, and here. Okay, so that's for this area here. So that I would know where should I place the remaining black cells. Let me finish this by adding the other colors. Blue, sorry, that's blue. So this is where I'm going to add black. Let me just finish black. So you could decide your own pixel art. You could have an emoji as well. I have searched on the internet. You also can also have Pokemons. You can also have Super Mario characters, or even your face if you would like to features. I believe that's, I don't know if it's a correct representation. Probably I could also decrease the column width to 1.5 or not too much, 1.8. It's more or less closer to what it is. And then add other colors, blue, blue. Kasi, since this is pixel art, it should flow as it is. But we are not yet done with this since we need to come up with a process later on. This would be gold, if I'm correct. And it will be gold or yellow here for the face of the emoji. This is sky blue. Sky blue as well. Oh, sorry for that. Sky blue as well here and here. Here as well. Here and here. Don't forget that even if this is white, we need also to shade this as white so that it will be a color, not just an empty cell. And then I just need to finish this with these colors. Okay. So, just want you to enjoy making this. You don't need to be stressed. After all, what matters is once you're done, it will become a very comprehensive activity. All right. So I'm not a good artist, but I was able to come up with my pixel art. So if I'm okay with that, of course, I can always delete this if I would like to. Now, this is now the pixel art that I would like the students to complete, but I need to come up with a process wherein this will not be here if ever I got my what they call that one, my answers here wrong. So how I would do this? Say for example, this answer represents this part here. What should I do if the answer here is not two, or let's say blank? If it's blank, I need this to vanish. I need this to be not around. I need this to be a blank, no colors. So this is what I would do. I'm going to highlight this area. I'm going to have conditional formatting. Okay, conditional formatting allows us to format a cell depending on the situation. It could also be formatting a cell based on the answer, based on the result, based on the text available. But here for pixel math, I'm going to use this to highlight cells for a formula. Again, conditional formatting, highlight cells, more rules. When you click more rules, we're going to have here these other options, but I'm going to proceed to formula immediately. I would like to use this formula because I'm going to color this portion dependent on another cell. So if I'm going to make this disappear, if the answer is wrong, I need to come up here with the formula equal, okay, please follow, equal, click that cell. Take note that the formula will become this one. It will have dollar sign, so it will be strictly dependent on that reference cell. And since the answer earlier was two, I need this to be removed when the answer is not two. The not two here will be denoted by less than, greater than. Again, less than, greater than. Both of this will determine or tells us that if the answer is not 2, again, it could be less than 2 or greater than 2. In short, if this cell is incorrect, what will happen? So I would like this to vanish. So I'm going to go to the format here, fill it with white. Meaning, if the answer is not 2, the cells here will be filled in with a white color. I'm going to click OK and OK. Notice that here, I figure already with white because the answer here is not 2. But notice, if I'm going to click here 2 and enter it, look at what will happen. The figure here was returned because the conditional formatting I used earlier was this will be shaded white if the answer is not 2. But if the answer is 2, that shading will be removed and it will return to my color figure here. Now, if I would like this portion here, another portion probably here, and here as well, be also dependent on that same cell. I'm going to highlight all of this. Again, highlight, control, highlight, control, highlight, control, highlight. See it again, repeat the process. Conditional formatting, highlight cells, or rules, use the formula equal sign, click that cell, and use again not equal to 2. Again, because 2 is the correct answer, go to format, fill it with white. Okay. Okay. So once, think of that it's still there because the answer is 2. But if the student answers this as 1, look at what will happen. The parts of the pixel art was not correct. Okay? So that is what will happen here. Everything will be removed. Now, for the second question, if you would like to choose other portion, just like this, which is dependent on the second question, you simply need to pick those parts if you would like. And again, conditional formatting, highlight cells, more rules, use formula, equal to this cell, the second question, less than, greater than 3, because of 3 is the correct answer. Format, fill with this white. Okay? Okay. And once you remove the answer here, notice that the pixel art is now incomplete. But if you're going to return 3 and 2, slowly the pixel art returns to its original form. If you do not like white, because if I'm going to use white, it will be very obvious because the grids will be removed. You could always manage here. Manage rules. Okay, sorry. Highlight this pixel art. Manage rules. So instead of white, you could click this one. Format. So instead of white, no color. Okay. Okay. And apply. No more colors. Okay. Take note that there's no shading here of white. It will just simply remove the uh, the parts or the cells here. So it will become a better one since there will be no more hints as to whether it will be complete or not. So if we're going to return 3, all parts will be returned. So again, I'm going to also manage some rules on my first. So instead of filling it with white, I'm going to choose no color. Okay. This also format, no color. Okay. So there will be no more clues as to what the figure is. I will apply all. Click OK. And again, if the student will not answer this, not answer that, pixel art will be removed. Of course, you could continue with the rest. And here, you could also insert equation if your topic is trigonometric. So you could have here the equation similar to the word, MS Word. And let's say sine, you have here 60, like that. Sine 60. And we know that sine 60 degrees is square root of, let's just simply use this one. Sine 90 degrees. Right? We know that sine 90 degrees is, what is the value for sine 90 degrees? 1? 1. Right? So you can have also it there and change everything here, here, to remove all parts of the pixel. This is how we make pixel art connected to our topic and make our instruction more collaborative, more interactive, and more competitive. So this is your task number 2.